Hello and welcome to episode 48 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. As you can see, we're into the playoffs. It's the second leg. We're 2-0 down against Sheffield United. You can see from the teams that made the playoffs, our goal difference and Luton's is massively inferior to Newcastle and Sheffield United. So we've been in for a rough ride. So watch through the intro and I'll take you to the second leg and we'll see if we can rescue this and claw victory from the jaws of defeat. So stay tuned. And welcome back for the second leg of the Championship playoffs. As you can see, we are plagued by a bit of fitness issues, injury issues. Joe Maggs is suspended because it's his loan club he's playing against. Sean Dunn's injured. Danny McNamara was sent off in the first leg. So we're down to the bare bones. We don't really have much chance but to go for it. So we're carrying on with the attacking formation and two up top, albeit they're not really recognised strikers. However, they do have an eye for goal, so we may have a chance to get back into this. It's a bit of an anticlimax to what was a fantastic season. I did at one point think we were going to be able to secure that playoff, well, the automatic place in the first instance. And then I thought we'd be at the top of the playoffs, maybe third place, to get a better draw for the semi-finals. It's not quite worked out that way, but we will give it our best shot. And yeah, we have struggled against Sheffield United. I think we've played them 5 times and we've lost 4, so let's just see what we can do. For those of you who don't know yet, FM22 is out, so the beta save Rebuilding Vicenza, that's live on YouTube as well, which will run alongside this. At some point we'll have to look to wrap this series up. We might just squeeze out one more season, see where we are. Unfortunately I started the save so late, I might not be able to succeed and get to the Premier League, but we'll see how we get on in today's game. We'll see if any job offers come in over the summer, and we may yet be able to do something. 47 seconds into the game and our luck has not changed. We are a penalty to Sheffield United. This will put them completely out of sight. 3 goals to try and claw back. Yeah, and I can't really see us coming back from this, unfortunately. So following this game, barring a miracle, we'll be going through the end of season rewards, how players did, who the best signings were, top score, all that sort of stuff, as we look to rebuild for the season after. But we have got a lot of potential for next season. We've probably got about 15 players out on loan who were reasonably high potential when they went out, so they could come back and bolster us for the next season. As Wallace works out to the edge of the box, he's gone down, and yeah, see, it's the rub of the green, isn't it? They'd have got a penalty, we didn't. It's 2-on-1, and yeah, it's all but done. We've got 83 minutes of watching what can only be described as a painful end to the season. I'm not going to change it from the attacking because at least I want to see the players who are in the squad fighting and trying to get some goals. Out of this squad, I think Ripley will be one of the victims of next season. We've got Leonard playing at centre-back because we're running out of centre-half, so we definitely need some centre-half reinforcements in. Tavares is a good player, Thompson's good, Thibaut's a pretty good player, but he's been playing out of position. So yeah, it's hard to see what we're going to do differently. We might drop the 2 strikers and try and get a bit more possession play to dominate possession and work the ball into the box rather than relying on the direct football. I know the direct football is part of the club vision, but I think to become a successful team, we might have to deviate away from that. As Sheffield United have another chance there, I will demand a little bit more from the team here. Kavan Williams is injured, but I'm going to sub him off. There's not much point risking a bigger injury when we're 4-0 down on aggregate. So again, approaching the 25th minute. It's not been a complete drubbing in terms of possession and chances, but we're certainly not doing as well as we were earlier on in the season. Tavares now back to Palmer Brown. Can we work an opportunity of our own to maybe pull a goal back and restore some pride? Palmer Brown works it to the corner. Back to Tavares. He plays it inside to Wallace. who fires a shot into the bottom corner. So restore a little bit of pride after 26 minutes, get a goal. And again, Wallace is one of our better rated players. He doesn't get a lot of goals because he plays left back, but he's thoroughly reliable. He's often quite a consistent performer, but I know he wants away. And there's a few of the players in that back line who are of a good standard and they want to move on to try and win things. So it's going to be a difficult summer trying to keep the players who want to leave and encourage people to join us. So unless our reputation increases too much, or unless the board give us a bit more of a wage budget, it's going to be hard to give us anything really much better than the squad we've got. But we'll give it a go. So coming up towards half time then, not much in terms of shots. I don't think there's too much really separates the side. Just I think they've got a few better players than us. I looked at their squad in the first leg and they were just head and shoulders above our players in terms of attributes and standards. And we can only hope that we can increase the wage budget and attract some really big promising players to the club. Again, I think the loan market might be a bit promising next season. We did well getting Howie in. Mags was great when he was fit and firing. So Howie at the back now. Plays the ball up the left to Wallace. Wallace plays a long ball over the top. Abdelmalik gets onto it. And that could have given us a little bit of hope going into half time, but he's not finished it and he's put it past the post. And I think that's the difference this late season is Dunn and Mags weren't firing on all cylinders. If they'd have been scoring like they were just coming up to the halfway mark of the season, I don't think we'd be going through the playoffs. I think we would have secured an automatic spot. But for whatever reason, the form died off. The goals dried up. We really struggled for points towards the end of the season. So, I mean, overall with the club vision, finishing fourth like we did, it's been a good season. We were tipped for relegation. We finished fourth, so we've got to take a lot of credit for that. And we've got to find a way to just step on and take that next rung up the ladder. Again, there's a ball slung into the box, but it's gone straight to Sheffield United keeper. They play a long ball over the top, but Palmer Brown will pick it up at right back. He sends one back the other way. Atibo picks it up on the right-hand wing. Down to Palmer Brown, who's played quite well at right back today. He plays the ball to the edge of the box, but it's been intercepted by Baldock. Murphy now with a chance to burst down the left-hand wing, which used to be so promising for a long time in the season. Into Tavares. Thompson picks it up. Palmer Brown really struggling to work a clear cut into Abdelmalik, and he's missed again. And that's what I mean. He's had a couple chances now, but he's not got the finishing that Mags and Dunn have. And I think it's cost us. Because on another day, we'd have been 3-2 up. Sheffield United with a chance then. It's broke to Bennett. We've got a chance to break with Atibo. Getting out to Palmer Brown. Turning it around the corner to Abdelmalik. Back to Palmer Brown with a chance to deliver it into Abdelmalik. And Atibo's pulled another one back. So 4-2. 40 minutes to go, which is a long way. And it's just a shame we didn't play like this in the first leg. So still 2 goals down. Still bare bit of hope in there. We'll just throw out some more encouragement. Just see if we can get one final chance. If we can get it back to 4-3 on aggregate for a grandstand finish, it'd be a great way to end the season with a bit of excitement. Just hitting the hour mark now. Don't really want to make too much of a change. We've not got a great selection on the bench of people to bring in. We could take Leonard off and bring Johnson on to shore it up at the back a little bit, which we might just do. So we'll just take Leonard off. No, we won't. I'm not going to rock the boat. So we'll carry on as we are. I mean, I was going to make the change. Smith for Atibo. Atibo's tiring. He's got us a goal. He's played well. He's put in a shift. Looks like a chance for Sheffield United unless we can pinch the ball back again. We have. Wallace has got it into Tavares. Back to Leonard. Ball over the top to Murphy. Into Bennett. Oh, and it looks like they've got a second yellow card. So with 23 minutes to go, we're going to have to just go very attacking, I think, and try and capitalise on that red card. So they're a man down, 20 minutes to go. Can we just eke out enough chances to get us back in this somehow? A miracle. That's what we need. I'm going to demand more from the players. Come on, Millwall. One big push. Murphy's tired. We'll get him off, get Yagney on. 12 minutes to go. Shots have all dried up. It looks like they've probably gone into a bit more of a defensive structure, making it hard for us to break them down with a 2-goal lead. I think the chances in the first half that Abdulmalik missed might have cost us in terms of getting back into the game. It looked like we had a fight back on the cards. Another chance for Sheffield United. And we've pinched the ball. Yagney's got a chance to break up the wing. But Sheffield United have got the ball back. Unless we can get the ball off him, it's curtains, I fear. Oh, God, it's disallowed. I think that would have been it. I think there would be no coming back from that. I mean, I already think there's no coming back. But we have restored a little bit of pride with the 2 goals in the second half. Coming up to the 90th minute then. I think overall, over the course of the season, Sheffield United, with the goals they scored and the squad they've got, probably are in a better position than we are. Certainly for surviving in the Premier League when they go up. But here we go, coming up to the end of the game. 2-2 on the night, 4-2 on aggregate. And the dream is over. It's a bit harsh on them because they did well on the night, but over the 2 legs. Let me see where we are. Again, so not sure who the final is going to be against. Somehow Luton have managed to get it. So Luton, Sheffield United in the final. So yeah, very frustrating. Well, what I'll do is I'll click through. I'll get to the end of the season awards. We'll have a look at how the players have done. Who is top scorers, all the stuff like that. A review of the season, and then yeah, we'll see how we get on. So stay tuned, and I'll click through till we're at that phase. Welcome back. It was only a few clicks away, so here we are for the end of season review. This was our first full season with Millwall. I know we took over at the end of the first season, but here we go. After the first full season, let's see what they thought of us. So we did bring in a lot of new signings. Sean Dunn, 21. We paid a lot of money for him. It was quite hard to get him in. He got nearly a goal every 2 games, which is pretty good. So he was the star signing. And again, he'll only get better for the next season. Callum Murray, again, we got in and put him out on loan. Clayton loan. We've got Arian Maggs in on loan. Maggs again, 19 goals in 36 games. So similar to Sean Dunn. Carabay, McLaughlin, again, they came in and went straight out on loan. So what we've done is we've got a load of high potential players and we've just sent them out to other clubs to get game time until they're ready to come back and be reintegrated with us. So I think we made reasonable use of the loan signings. Obviously, I'll admit Imam Yagney probably didn't contribute as much as I thought he would when I signed him. But certainly Kavan Williams, Joe Maggs and Zach Howie have certainly contributed to the success of the season. So that was good. Players going out then managed to get some off the wage bill. So Anton and Campy, 35-year-olds, huge wages they were on. Callum Elder the same. Jamie Patterson, Jordan Hugill. We've got rid of a lot of the older players and got them out of the squad and reduced the wage bill, which will put us in good stead for the January, well, not the January, the actual transfer window. So we may be able to bring in a couple higher stature players to just boost us and take us into a place where we can get that automatic promotion place. So Championship, board expectation, avoid relegation. We finished 4th, 19,000 average attendance. Joe Maggs was the top scorer. The board are delighted with it. We were expected to go down, so yeah, we've done pretty good. Huddersfield, Cardiff and Reading all went down. Norwich and Watford, and Norwich were a class above everybody else. As you can see by the form, we had a really good run there. That's the phase we went through from that December through to the end of January. We were brilliant. And then we just had a bit of a wobble and we never really recovered after that Newcastle game. And as you can see, when we ended the season with 2 losses to Reading and Blackburn, who were both fighting against relegation, we've just been done up a kipper. So it's unfortunate, but it happens. Biggest win then, 5-1 against MK Dons. A match to remember was a 2-0 win against Portsmouth. And goal of the season was by Mags. Dribbled from the inside the Cardiff half and scored a low drive. So yeah, overall I think it can be classed as a successful season. I know it's disappointing at the end to fall short of the playoffs. We've done it before with Wealdstone and we did it with Exeter. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to play a 46-game season and fall short just in the final match. But again, unfortunately, in these games and in these leagues, somebody has to. So shirt sales, I'm surprised Murphy's top. I would have thought Dunn would be as the striker. But Thibaut, Smith, Thompson. Again, Smith, I don't think he's really a first-team player. So again, that surprises me slightly. How we lined up for the season then, Mags and Dunn, definite striker partnerships. Murphy and Thibaut, Tavares and Thompson. Howie Palmer in the centre, McNamara, Wallace, and then Ripley played, I think, just about every single game. So very settled side. You can see from the number of games they played. Maybe Howie didn't play a full season. He rotated in and out. But yeah, I think that probably is just about the best system. I've got no awards. The player, so Connor Ripley, player of the season, 33-year-old though. I think his time's just about up. Young player of the season, Sean Dunn. Signing of the season, Sean Dunn. Goal of the season and top scorer, Mags. Most assists, Murphy, who at 31 may have 1 season left in him. Record breakers, so most goals by a player in the season was Mags with 19. Most assists, Murphy with 11. George Johnson, worst discipline, 16 yellows and a red. And actually, throughout the season, we broke Millwall's record for the worst discipline in his season. I think we actually got the Championships record for the worst discipline in the season, which, I don't know, you have to be competitive. It is a fine line, isn't there? So that's where we were. We'll have a quick look at the vision for the upcoming season. Initial budgets then, so wage budget of 275,000. I don't think it's a great deal more than last season. I think we might have been at 250. Transfer budget of 262,000. Again, not sure how much we can do that. We might shift a couple players on in a bit of a restructure, but we'll see. Club vision then, direct football, high tempo. Sign under 23 players and develop players using the club's youth system. That should really pay dividends coming into the next season. Make the most of set pieces. I don't think we've had as much joy from set pieces as we have in previous seasons, but again, we can look to address that. Work within the wage budget, yeah. Sell players before buying. I think we've spoke about that with the budget we've got. We're going to have to. All we have to do is avoid relegation again, so that's not too bad. We'll see what we can do in the January transfer window. Atmosphere is a bit low at the minute, but that's from what's happened recently in matches. So yeah, thanks for watching. It's been a successful season overall, albeit disappointing at the end. Thanks for watching. If you like what we've seen, stick a thumbs up. Don't forget to stay tuned by subscribing so you don't miss out on any episodes. It'll also give you flags for when the FM22 beta save rebuilding Vicenza's out, and then when the actual game comes out on 9th of November and we start a new long-term Unemployed to Unstoppable save, you can see it from the very beginning. So once again, thanks very much and take care.